Who that?
Hey, bro. Hey, nobody record.
Only Al can record. And I'm top dog. Al Productions. Well, we on live.
Good move.
3100. I'm a 32.
Get on land. No. Now you already know you can walk to, but you already know what you got.
Floyd Mayweather has officially stepped back into the spotlight, but not as a spectator this time. He's returning as a mentor, leading his former protege back into battle.
Tank, man, this is God day, you know. He got the two baddest people in business and on this, what you call it, that's Al and Floyd, you know. Respect Floyd to the utmost, man. He just let me just come in the gym, just do me.
The undefeated icon, famous for his flawless defense and razor-sharp ring intelligence, has now joined Gervonta Davis's camp, preparing him for the high-stakes showdown against Jake Paul.
Good move.
3100. I'm a 32.
Get on land. No. Now you already know you can walk to, but you already know what you got. Tank Vince out on social media. He's been through a lot, you know, throughout his life. So, but I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him. Saturday night we had a game plan.
And here's where things get interesting. This reunion carries real history. Tank spent 7 years under Mayweather Promotions, from 2015 to 2022, a stretch that turned him into one of boxing's brightest stars. Their paths separated shortly after Davis delivered a knockout victory over Rolando Romero, his final fight under Floyd's promotional banner.
I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up mine, but it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat, so they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what.
Seeing them side by side again feels like a student reuniting with the master who taught him the science of defense. Inside the gym, Floyd is back in his element, sharpening Tank's shoulder roll, perfecting his counter timing, and bringing back that signature money team precision to every move.
Tank boxing skills is really better than his power. He just didn't have to use his boxing skills, but Tank can really box his ass off. And so when we in a boxing gym, Sean, as you've seen me tell Tank a lot of times, stop always resorting just to your power and use your boxing skills. And that's what Tank did in this training.
This isn't just training, it's mentorship revived. Floyd is showing Tank how to transform chaos into control, how to make every opponent miss by inches, and how to rule the ring with patience and precision. Tank, in return, looks completely dialed in, sharper, calmer, and more lethal than ever. This camp isn't just preparation, it's the reunion of two legendary eras.
With you if you act like this.
But it happens a lot in boxing, though, right?
Oh yeah, because
to be
it's
common in
strategic.
boxing, yeah.
Floyd was telling him all these things.
Floyd's given this counsel to
Yes.
Gervonta.
Who do you think is telling him to do the rehydration clauses and not, putting all these stipulations on me? You can't do this, you can't do that. The ring needs to be this size. It's Davis Garcia. It's not. But all these things were all by
the master with the blueprint and the student destined to perfect it. When Floyd Mayweather steps back into your corner, it's no longer just about preparing for a fight, it's about mastering the art of being untouchable. And just when it seemed the story couldn't get any more intense after Floyd's return to Tank's camp, Robert Garcia jumped in with his own explosive take. He didn't hold back, saying straight up, Tank's incredible, no doubt, but he never gave us the matchups fans truly wanted.
I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give broached that rematch, which he should have. You know, Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clear.
And honestly, he's got a point. Fans have been waiting forever for those career-defining fights. The big rematch with Roach, the long-teased showdown with Shakur, the dream matchup with Loma. But instead, Tank's been busy signing autographs and sparring heavyweights just for fun. Garcia even pointed out how Floyd Mayweather always handled his doubters. When controversy hit, he ran it back immediately. Castillo, Maidana, boom, instant rematch, message delivered. But Tank? He walked away like a man leaving unfinished business behind, as if he ghosted the one challenge that could have truly tested him.
So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize. But then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making. If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for 20, 30 million dollars, I would probably do.
Now don't get me wrong, I understand where Garcia's coming from. As fight fans, we crave the smoke, the real clashes, the rivalries, the drama that defines legacies. But then you see Tank pocketing around $50 million for an exhibition against Jake Paul, and it makes you stop and think, who would actually turn that down? Let's be honest, if Jake Paul offered any of us that kind of payday, we'd be in the gym tonight wrapping our hands. And that's what makes Garcia's take so layered. He doesn't like the move, but he understands it. Because at the end of the day, when the gloves are hung up and the titles start collecting dust, it's the money that changes lives, not the belts.
I don't blame him. You know, it's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care of how many belts he won or who he fought. The only thing that matters is that he's gonna be able to take care of his family, himself, for the rest of his life, and that's the most important thing. So I don't disagree with what he's doing. Do I like it? No, but I don't disagree.
So yeah, maybe fans didn't get the matchups they were hoping for, but let's be honest, Tank got the life he wanted. And in a way, that's its own kind of victory. Just when Robert Garcia had everyone focused on legacy and respect, boom, Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis flipped the whole conversation. Suddenly, it wasn't about glory anymore, it was about the $1 million mayhem show. A knockout bonus? Come on, that's not your typical boxing deal. That's straight out of a video game mission with real-world stakes. Jake even confirmed it, there's a huge KO bonus on the line. And I swear, you could almost hear Tank smiling from miles away. You wave that kind of money in front of a fighter like him, and suddenly, every punch starts to feel deeply personal.
The only reason it had to be an exhibition is just because of the weight. Yeah. But other than that, there's a winner. I don't know if I can say it, but... Well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
A big knockout bonus.
Okay. So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
A bonus? A knockout bonus? Hold on. Let's go back and confirm a few things. So there will be a winner and a loser, unlike that Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul.
This isn't about pride anymore. It's about who walks out of Atlanta a few $1 million richer and with an ego big enough to match. And let's be real, 12-ounce gloves, pro judges, real stakes, you can call it an exhibition if you want, but this looks more like a sanctioned street fight in designer shorts. Honestly, if Tank lands one of those trademark left hooks, Jake's influencer livestream might just crash mid-fight. But you've got to hand it to Jake, he's literally wagering millions on himself, like he's playing Monopoly with real money. That's either pure confidence or way too much caffeine, and we're about to find out which one it is. And here's the kicker. Between the knockout bonuses, the side bets, and that electric crowd, this fight isn't about building records, it's about creating reactions.
It's an exhibition, but there's pro judges, there's gonna be a winner. It's not like your brother and Floyd.
No, correct. There's gonna be a winner.
And there will be a KO bonus. So whoever wins by KO, they get a big bonus?
Well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
Okay.
So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
And TKOs are included.
What about, does TKO count?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm betting $10,000 on Gervonta Tank Davis to knock out Jake Paul on my...
If Jake pulls off the win, the internet's going to absolutely explode. But if Tank gets the job done, he instantly becomes the poster boy for poetic justice. Either way, someone's walking away richer, someone's walking away sleepier, and the rest of us? We'll be glued to our screens like it's the season finale of boxing's wildest reality show. And just when you thought the Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Davis spectacle couldn't get any crazier, Antonio the Magic Man Tarver steps in with some truth bombs. Tarver basically said what every fan's been secretly thinking: this matchup looks odd. Sure, we've seen David vs. Goliath before, but this time it comes with Netflix cameras, a massive size difference, and Tank literally swinging uphill like he's fighting in VR mode.
Well, you know, Jake a businessman, and everybody know that. You know what I mean? But Gervonta Davis is a fighter. You know, he's a champion fighter, and hey, but it's a great event, man. It's gonna be huge. Netflix is involved, and anytime you know you got those big players involved, you know it's gonna sell. So.
But here's the thing: Tarver wasn't hating. He was just being honest. Everyone knows Jake's got that Iona supplement brand kind of strength, while Tank brings that blink once and you're out cold kind of accuracy. And Tarver's right, visually, this fight's going to look wild. Jake's built like a linebacker, and Tank's built like a live grenade. Do the math: one's trying to explode, the other's just trying not to get blown up. It makes sense why Tarver's so curious. This isn't your typical matchup, it's like boxing glitched the Matrix for one night. Because let's be honest, if Tank lands clean, it's lights out. But if Jake plays it smart, uses his reach, and turns this thing into a power chess match, we might be witnessing one of the weirdest yet most entertaining exhibitions in combat sports history.
Make numbers, do numbers, and everything. I just don't know how the fight's going to unfold.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
A lot of times when you that much bigger than a guy, you can just hold him off. You know what I mean? Is he just swinging and all that? But I don't know, bro. I have to see them in the ring and see how it even looks.
Tarver's looking at this fight like a seasoned veteran, but the rest of us? We're watching it like pure fans of chaos. And honestly, I'm here for every second of this madness. Because this isn't just power versus precision, it's a collision between boxing and Hollywood, where chaos shakes hands with money and every punch feels like a headline. You've got Floyd Mayweather back in the gym, polishing Tank's skills like he's cutting a diamond. You've got Jake Paul turning the ring into a billionaire's playground. And you've got legends like Robert Garcia and Antonio Tarver chiming in, making this feel like a crossover episode nobody saw coming. This isn't just another fight, it's a moment. One of those remember where you were when it happened kind of moments. Because whether you think Tank's too small, Jake's too confident, or Floyd's too sharp to lose control, one thing's certain: somebody's leaving richer, somebody's leaving humbled, and the rest of us. We'll be talking about this one for years to come.
But hey, man, that's just me speaking from experience. Like I said, today is a different era in boxing. It's a different time. You know what I mean? Everybody chasing a bag. And I think that's what's really motivating most of these guys.
So, let's hear it. Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Who are you rocking with, the grenade or the giant? I want to know your take on this wild matchup. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Boxing Stories, the home of real fight talk and unfiltered combat chaos.